What's up, guys? My name is Jared.
I'm Aaron.
And we're filmmakers living here in Hollywood. We work on all kinds of different productions, everything from narrative to music videos, commercials, social media content, everything of the sorts. And we work on $1 million massive projects all the way down to lunch money projects.
I love that you use that. I just wrote that. I coined it.
It's genius, lunch money projects. But yes, we work on massive live streams a lot of the times for clients, huge corporate clients, 40, 50-man crews, tons of different cameras.
Yeah, so this is kind of our, we have a lot of clients that want something that doesn't need as big of a production. And, you know, some content doesn't need as big of a production. It might be better if it's more casual or more conversational. So this is kind of combining those two things. It's our like testing ground for what basically a live stream, live editing setup to make scalable content that ideally won't cost, you know, more than a few dollars.
I like how you stopped yourself.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know where to stop on this range. I was like,
basically,
because I would like as much money as possible.
Yeah. But basically, this is the lighter. This is the lighter, more mobile setup for scalable content. And this is where we train, we prove those things. We've worked through that process. For this,
we've already worked out a couple things, so you know it's getting better.
Doing good.
Yeah, look how much cleaner it is now.
Yeah,
so many less cables.
Autofocus is gone. So exactly. Yeah. So we're running the show. We got Rob behind the camera. He's our technical director and producer. He's running audio, switching, doing everything like that. He's a genius. And this is LA AV Club.
Oh yeah, we never said that.
I just said it right now.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll make sure to say it in the intro next time.
Yeah, we're a work in progress too. I'll be honest.
Yes. Cool.
Today was the first time. Well, I guess the first time we're really doing it, right? But like, because the way we're doing the live it actually has anxiety, and you had it too, where you took a deep breath.
Yeah. It's
like, we've never done that before. We're like,
the moment.
3, 2, live.
Let's go. Yeah.
That's funny because
that's live, man.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, oh my god, I kick like. Is that like nervous? But you're like, oh, like we're tension.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like it's a performance. It's like because you used to do BMX. You used to be like a professional BMX rider. It's
like right when you know they're gonna call your name.
Like this is your moment to do your thing. Yeah, and that's
you're not nervous. You're just like it's like tension. You're like
yeah.
That was funny.
It's not fear that grips us. It's a heightened sense of things.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, we have a couple things to talk about, but the main thing is a recent music video that I shot. Actually, I shot at the end of last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to put it on there?
Yeah, throw it up.
Let's see how this works. Oh, look at that. She's right into her smoking the marijuana. Cigarette? Is that tobacco? It's California. It's legal. Doesn't matter.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a marijuana cigarette there.
This is your music video?
It's one of them, yeah. Actually, I've actually done a lot of music videos, but I never directed one until this one. I've cut a lot of them though.
All right, so what camera are you using?
We used 2 cameras on this one. We used the Blackmagic Ursa Mini 4K, and we used your Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K in tandem.
Is JP's only a 4K, not the 4.6?
Yes, 4.6. My bad.
Okay.
As I meant 4.6. The Ursa Mini 4.6.
Yeah, because I remember they had like the first run of those were I think only 4K.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Back in like 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
That's
and then like a couple months later, the extra 0.6Ks came in.
Dude, those extra pixels, the extra 600 pixels.
For back then though, that was like nothing besides like red and shot bigger.
Yeah.
4.6.
Alexa only went to 2.5K at the time. So, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're really right. And DSLRs only did like 4K HD.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
But so, we used his G1 with your Pocket Cinema 6K. So, we basically, we and actually originally we were going to mix red and your Pocket Cinema 6K.
That would have been sick.
But then Jordan Pacheco, the cinematographer, he was just basically like, well, I don't know if like we're actually getting any more like a red's gonna be bigger and harder to use, and I don't know if we're actually getting a better I don't know actually if it's worth doing.
It sounds like something he was saying. So you two with it's big, it's heavy.
You're always making fun of me because I don't like big cameras. Big cameras are useful sometimes.
If it's heavy, then you don't have then it's steady.
Kinda, and then it's also harder to move, and you need bigger hardware to support it and everything else.
You just gun grip it with everything.
But what if you want to put it on a slider? Now you can't use a slider. You got to use a Dana dolly. that takes more time to move and to set up in a repo.
My slider will work.
Your SERP?
Yeah,
your SERP. Yeah, I like your SERP slider.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware you could do that at the time.
Yeah, you could. That thing's more than enough. Those stands that we had the one day just suck. When you use these tripods, the travel tripods, you can't use them. You have to use like a decent tripod.
Yeah, because the SERP worked real good.
Yeah. So if you put it on the ground with the legs, it's fine.
But if I had like 2 like combo stands with like your SERP, you think that would have held the red?
Yeah. We've done that before for.
It's a little bit easier than. Yeah. Well, anyway, we went with his. You'll see some BTS. We went with JP's G1 as the bigger camera, as like a cam.
Can you tell the difference?
No, that's the thing. So that's a good question.
Yeah.
So the one thing is that they're both Blackmagics, both shot with B-RAW. That's the codec we used, and we mixed Zine primes on the G1 with Rokinon primes on your 6K, and it's like
basically the same lens.
Exactly. Well, exactly. Like me and you have talked about that where. Yeah. The lenses are similar enough in the way they like color the image and the character.
I think it's like very like ridiculously similar. Like
exactly.
Almost identical.
Yeah, exactly. But it's essentially like it colors the image or it characters the image in a way where it's they work together.
Yeah.
And we're using also the same codec on both cameras. Yeah. We just have one that we could use on a gimbal, which is your 6K with a smaller version. And then we had the Ursa for like the bigger slider stuff and the performance, things like that.
Okay. So what's this shot? That's a different one. That's gonna be gimbal. So
that's
all 6K.
Yeah, it's all gimbal 6K. Yeah. That is Ursa Mini right there with zines.
See, it's also how you're grading it because the other scenes are they like a
cold look.
Yeah.
So in the story, that's part of the story.
This looks more video, like
that's part of the story. So in this part of the story, it's warmer. Like she's in a different place, whereas in the beginning part of the story, she's in this cold, dark, like worse kind of place. So that's just grading right there.
Interesting.
But and I did some sweet. Like I know you make fun of my Rec 708 grades, bro, but like
no, I mean this looks dead on video. This definitely looks like we're watching
TV.
a video.
It's just your TV, bro.
This stuff looks awesome.
Yeah, that's some straight Rec 711 grades right there, bro.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. The different look, cold, dark,
how much
desaturated.
Did you go back and forth between the cameras?
Oh man, every scene I feel like we used both. I feel like it's probably like 60-40, I'd say.
I could put on the BTS. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that bow. Oh, he's filming himself?
Yeah, he was the last shot.
Of course he's filming himself.
This is the BTS. Bo used a Pocket Cinema 4K. Yeah. So this is the BTS. You'll see kind of like some of the stuff we're doing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, and location's really cool. The location we found, or she found it. She kind of came up with the idea for the video, and then she found this location on.
Are you putting my light through that window?
Yeah. Yeah.
The 2x2?
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny.
That's your light mat. Yeah. So yeah, that was that was kind of.
Oh, there you go.
So,
yeah. 6K.
And then there's the 4.6K.
That's the zine.
Yep. In the front.
Interesting.
There's me opping it. Look at that. Look at that beast right there. There's JP in a bathroom.
What's JP? That he's on the
handheld.
6K.
Yeah, handheld with your 6K. Yeah, and a Rokinon Prime. Yeah.
He's wearing the light on his head the whole time.
It was dark.
There's Bo.
Yeah. Shout out to Bo Predko shooting the BTS.
These shots are awesome. The depth of field is way too big there though, but whatever.
He's on a wide lens.
Yeah. But still, it's like, I don't know. I just don't like it.
Whatever, bro.
Everything's in focus.
Whatever, bro. I mean, look,
I don't know what to pay attention to. This light or the table way over here.
That's the
wall,
point.
The painting.
That's the point. You look at it all.
Trying to disorientate me?
No, I didn't do it.
It's like the exact opposite of what most movies do. Like,
what's that? Because
where they play with the focus.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the BTS.
I forgot we're watching the BTS. I was like, why would you shoot the music video so
fucking dumbass?
So close.
Yeah.
Down?
Why would I? What do you think? I don't know what depth of field is.
That's what I was saying. I was like, dude, I can't decide. What to...
And you're like, you're trying to disorient me. Like, I didn't do it. Like, I didn't shoot this.
That's funny. Okay, now it makes way more sense. Why is he shooting this deep?
What's that?
Why is Bo shooting this deep?
Because it's BTS. You got to show the whole production.
Yeah, but I would still focus you. Like there, it's not.
There's
crazy.
some shot. Yeah, it depends on what he's shooting. Yeah,
but like everything in that shot. I mean, it's a wide lens.
Yeah, he has like an ultra wide like.
It's kind of the same shot. Oh, I mean, these aren't.
All these intro shots were just showing the location. It's not once we get into the actual like that's super shallow.
Yeah, without hearing it, it's hard to. Yeah, that's shallow.
Yeah.
But
these
interesting. So who was all on that shoot?
It was just me, JP, Chunu was the kind of gaffing. Chunu was the gaffer. And then, do you remember Henry Power from the live stream from Orbital Redux? He's like Ecamm.
Oh, no.
Ecamm. He was the Echo Cam, yeah. Because we had so many cameras on that shoot. Yeah. All moving around.
I was trying to think of what's the highest letter camera I've been on a shoot with.
Foxtrot for me. I've had an F cam. I've had Foxtrot.
I mean, we've had like, I don't know if they stopped labeling them on the EDC.
There's so many.
Yeah, it was just by operator at that point, I think.
Yeah.
There was like 30 or 20.
That's a lot.
Or something.
And how many switchers is that? Or is it one switcher?
No, this was no. This was just the after show team.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah. Like it was like 20 something reds.
Jesus
the year
fucking
before
Christ!
It was all Reds and Sonys, and it was an entire like conference room.
Yeah,
and the AC literally like just taped off everything, and it was like every section was a camera.
Yeah,
but it was the whole like just continually through the whole room. Even that was probably like 18 to 18K, 16, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's a lot. I think you need like 4 ACs just to manage that.
Oh yeah, she crushed it. It sucked though because like I'd come in with like some problem. Like I was like, my audio's not working on this Red.
She's like, I don't have time for
that. And it was Mike's Red, and he's like, yeah, it works. He's like, oh, you just plug this thing in, and I'm like, have you ever recorded anything with audio before? Like, there's clearly no levels.
Yeah.
And this is funny though. But yeah, it was mostly it was a lot of FS7s.
I hate that. I hate Sony in general.
I don't.
Although I use it on occasion.
I mean, if you want high frame rates and stuff that looks like video,
if you want grain in your mids
and
at all
yellow and green skin tones,
then yeah, sure, yeah, then Sony's great.
Yeah,
but but we used Blackmagic for this because also we got B-Raw, which is super nice. Because all the stuff actually like. The way it was lit, it was actually the color temperature when we shot this was like almost, it was like way closer to like tungsten. Like, really? But and so the cool thing about B-Raw is that I could just go in.
The color shift in B-Raw is so good.
So I literally went in.
Well, in all raw, but
before I did color grading, I went in and just changed all the clips in the master settings to like 3200, and then went through and graded and pushed it like a little bit harder.
Oh, half the time I do it, I mean, you light it for the color, but then I don't even care because like what the what it's set to as far as color temp, because I'm going to change it anyways.
Yeah.
Because like once you get into post, you realize like even though I was set exactly like 4400, just like these lights or whatever, it's like, yeah, but I want it to be more blue.
Yeah.
Or I want it to be this now.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's nice you can have that.
That's why B-Raw is so cool. That's like just
all raw.
Well, yeah, but B-Raw is a smaller file size, but still gives you raw, and you can do it in a DSLR sized body. That's pretty cool.
Komodo is going to be pretty small.
I know. I'm not. Look, I think the Komodo is going to be dope, bro. Minus the fact that it can't do any slow motion. But yeah.
I think it'll do like 40 or 40p.
So in other words, it can't do slow motion. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe cropped. I think that's full 6K.
What's the compression like at that? Like cropped to that?
I don't know.
What's max res on the Komodo going to be?
I think it's 6K.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's a bigger sensor than the Dragon. So even if it crops,
I
don't think that crop factor is going to be that. Like it'll crop in, but it'll crop from like bigger than Super 35 to like bigger than Micro Four Thirds anyways.
Still, okay.
So it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's like these are like full frame, and when they crop in, it's like 1.7 or something. So it's like a pretty hefty crop.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's still bigger than every other typical camera.
Yeah.
Like it's still basically APS-C Super 35. It's like right around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like not that big of a deal. The problem is with these is when you crop, the 4K actually, in my mind, I mean, it's sharper, but you're cutting in, so you're losing the whole full frame.
Yeah.
So like, even though it's like it's sharper, but that's it. That's the only thing that's different is it's like a little bit sharper. But The full frame is a full frame, basically 4K file that's getting in camera compressed to HD.
Yeah, exactly.
And it comes out nice. And that's like part of the scalable
scales
content
it down.
thing.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've been messing with is like, how do I shoot something that isn't going to require like bringing 4 terabyte hard drives to Japan?
Yeah.
Like, and plugging them all in and like,
yeah.
I like how I said 4 terabytes. Like it's a lot.
But it is
That's
when
that could be per day.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like a day, you'll go through 4 terabytes. That's a whole like little shuttle drive just in and of itself.
Oh yeah,
like and you start have to bring a lot of those.
When we were shooting on the Monstro, I was going through. I mean, I was pretty good with the compression, but we were everything I shot would basically be a full card.
Yeah,
it would basically be 450 gigs.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
and some things were more.
I feel like that's usual with the Red though. You plug in a mag and you're gonna use the whole mag.
Well, the nice thing is the way their compression works is you could go higher with if you're shooting higher resolution, you can actually bump your compression up too, or down or whichever, making it smaller.
Making it smaller. Yeah.
So you can actually you can balance it out where like you're shooting 12:1 in 8K, and then your Gemini is 5K.
Yeah.
And that's shooting. I think it'd probably be like 10 or 9:1 or whatever the ratio is.
I was gonna
yeah. But
that's cool. So you can scale it as you're moving down.
On that camera though, on the Gemini, I wouldn't really go above 10:1. That's like right where. That's like a good spot.
I feel like that's
8:1 is good if you're looking for more quality. 10:1 is pretty. 10:1 holds.
Yeah.
But like some of the stuff we shoot with them is so much dynamic range that it's like all the festival stuff.
Oh, that stuff, that's different. That's like beauty stuff.
Yeah. That's like we should be shooting like 4:1.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I want everything to look perfect. Like I couldn't care less if you.
But why wouldn't you want that?
Yeah. But it's just if you're gonna have that big camera, use it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you could just, I mean, if you really want to just shoot in low light, use an A7S2 or 3 or whatever they have now.
Yeah.
And then just do that, and you'll get low light. You'll see in the dark. It'll just, have 6 stops.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like you should have programmed more stuff for us to talk about.
Well, there's the only other thing I think was really interesting was that like when we were on this set, at one point, the gimbal ran out of battery. And so there's this one hallway shot, which is in the video. If you watch the video,
Whose gimbal?
Your gimbal. Actually, no, it was the Lightstone gimbal.
Oh no, yeah, it was the Ronin.
Yeah,
you didn't use mine for this, or did you?
I had it there as like a backup.
You know what's funny is every time you do a low budget music video, you're always like, not you, but like directors.
Yeah, just
always the one holding the speaker.
I know. Because there's no one else.
And you're like, there's no one else there's no one here to press play.
Yeah, no, everyone's holding the bounce or like pulling focus or like the JP's operating and like, I'm like, well, I guess that's me.
And it's funny because I never even think to like, well, I just put it down. I just stand there and hold it just like you are.
I know, yeah.
Sounds great, right?
I know, yeah. Look, it's for reference, yeah. But the one thing was, so the gimbal ran out of battery. And so we had to get this hallway shot where we're dollying down the hall.
Was it a Ronin M?
Yeah, Ronin Mini. But it was an old, because they're old, and the battery was like
super
an ancient battery, so like it lasted like 4 seconds, and we were losing time, and so we had to get this hallway shot where we're dollying down the hallway, and so like I'm like, well, we'll just handheld it, and we'll just have to warp stabilize it later, like
Bo with his mirrors. I'm kind of upset that Bo didn't bring mirrors to
the Adidas
shoot.
Gotta use your environment, bro. But anyway, so like we're dollying down the hallway, and I'm like, well, we have no gimbal. There's no way to do this. We'll just we'll handhold it as we track her down the hallway, and then I'll just warp stabilize it in post. That's the only thing I can do. But then the AC Henry, he had found this like wheelchair just like lying around on the set, and when he found the wheelchair, and he was just like, what if we use this? And then I remember like when we were in the Bahamas, we had found that wheelchair like outside med station.
There's a shot in here of oh no, it's not in here.
No,
but yeah,
I sent it to you though.
At the airport. Yeah.
And like we got the Reservoir Dog shot where I'm pushing you in the wheelchair and you're on the Fuji.
I forget the dude's name that was there the first few days from Florida. I pushed him the first day, and because he had a full gimbal.
Gus.
Yeah, Gus. Yeah. The first day, the first time we did it, it was so good.
Yeah,
because the second time it was handheld.
Yeah,
and it still worked.
You can warp stabilize it.
Yeah, it was also like fisheye.
Yeah,
it was. Always, that was on the XT3.
But on the on the Fuji. Yeah, but and so I remember that when we were in the Bahamas, and was like, that's perfect. We should use that as a dolly.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Henry, bring the wheelchair. So he brought the wheelchair over. JP sat in the wheelchair on top of an Apple box, and we used the wheelchair as a dolly. That was our dolly for the rest of the day, was the fucking wheelchair.
I like how excited you are. Robert Rodriguez did that like 30 years ago.
But we
with
did
a
it
film camera.
But we did it now with a P6K, with a Pocket Cinema 6K. That's exciting.
So yeah, I guess that's it. So this is this is what it's like when you're live.
Pretty much.
Hopefully we're getting better, or we will get better.
Yeah. It's just it's hour, 10,000 hours, bro. That's how you do it.
Jesus. Okay, so season 10, maybe or more. I don't know. 10 years from now, we'll be good at this.
Yeah. And
that's frightening to think about.
Look, it's 10,000 hours to be a master, but after like 1,000, you're pretty good, right? You don't need 10,000. You don't need to be a master to be pretty good.
Yeah, I just don't like to accept pretty good.
Well, yeah, but there's only one way to get to master, and that's just through
being pretty good.
Starting there, yeah.
How many people do you think get from pretty good to being a master?
At what?
I don't know, anything.
A lot.
You know, there's a lot. Obviously, a lot of people work through it, but there's a lot of people who just hang out at pretty good.
Yeah,
they like stop learning.
Yeah, but that's most things in your life. Most things in your life, you're pretty good. And then you have a couple things in your life that you're...
What are you talking about?
Don't give me that look.
Everything I do is streamlined.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Look
at this setup.
Yeah, no, because this is one of those things in your life that you're really good at, that you've clocked a lot of hours doing.
No,
so you're really good.
But not this. This is why this is such a
Yeah,
struggle.
but I ran a live show
I don't know
already.
about talking on them or is it right here? Is this right?
Yeah. You don't even need a mic.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just use camera.
It's like partially
Do you need motivation?
A joke. It's partly a joke, but
it's
totally
true.
I'm like so hyper aware of like.
I feel like that's most things you say. Most things you say are like you're kind of kidding, but you're also there's some kind of truth to it. So, like, anyway, yeah. So yeah, that was this music video that was Function by Tana Rose, an interesting little shoot. Some fun little
Where
gear.
do they see it with the music? On YouTube?
Yeah, just go on YouTube, look up Tana Rose, you'll see it there, or go check out her on Instagram. She has like links, and she's posted a bunch of BTS stills that link and to the video.
Oh, maybe on our Instagram account we'll post some of that.
Sweet, calm me down.
At LAAV Club.
At LAAV Club on Instagram. Boom.
All right, let's roll the credits.
Let's wrap this up. Take us out, Rob.
Oh. I don't know. I can't tell if we're out or not.
No, because the tally light's still on.
Yeah, there we go.
We didn't go over our outro protocol. We only went to our intro. Dude, as we were getting to the end, I was like, shit, we didn't go over that.
I was like,